Hi babes, how are you? If you're new, welcome. My name is Michelle, and today we are going with a new reading celebrity. We got the Dolan twins. I got tons of messages, and you guys really wanted me to read on the Dolan twins. So we're gonna see what happened, what could be happening with them and whatnot. So I want to remind you guys that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has free will. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. Everything's under the butterfly effect. Again, everything said and mentioned is for your entertainment purposes only, as well as everything said and mentioned is allegedly from top to bottom. So with this said, I also am on Spotify. If you want to check out my podcast, please do. It's gonna be in the description box below, as well as in the comment section on the pinned comment. So with this said, now we can definitely move forward. We got the World in that reverse. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Wands in that reverse. We got the Nine of Pentacles in that reverse. We got the Nine of Wands. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, let me get that card. We got the Ten of Pentacles. That's the card that fell and flew away. We got the Ace of Cups in that reverse in overall energy. We got the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. At the bottom, we got the Temperance. So Sagittarius energy, Libra, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Anyways, it's talking about that the exposure became too big, like the fame became too big in a way that they felt that they lost their humanity. They felt at one point allegedly that they lost their personal life. They actually felt bad, like they felt like all eyes were on them and that they were not allowed to be human or have like some sort of privacy. They had a very devastating loss, right? Their father, I believe, passed away. And it says right here that it was very intense in their emotional side, and they were very weighed down when their privacy was disrespected and used for some sort of clout, allegedly. Now they realized that they were on the side at first if they wanted to step away from social media permanently, but then it just clicked and it makes sense for them, and they actually felt overwhelmed, maybe allegedly depressed and anxious, and they decided that to see better where they wanted to be in a permanent sense when it comes to career, what they wanted to do with their life, it was best for them to step away, and that's what they did. Allegedly, they actually asked their mom or somebody who was an influential and let's say person in their life, and where they said, do what makes you happy, and that's what they decided. Chose family and privacy over everything. Now with the Ace of Cups and the reverse is saying that at one point, even though they had like up to 10 million followers, they were making hella money, they were not really happy, and it was like not fulfilling. Sorry, it is an air show. They were not being fulfilled. Their cup were not being fulfilled fully, and even though they were making, like I said, a lot of money and all that, it was just they were feeling empty, and they felt like they needed to put their mental health and happiness first. It was just that. And they said, it says all the glitters, it's not gold. That even though they had it all, quote, everything and all, they just didn't. They were just working a lot, and they were just not enjoying what they were doing anymore, allegedly. And with the Temperance in the reverse right here, it says right here that they just were testing their waters to see how they were gonna feel after they left, and they felt good, and that's why they stayed away. Now let's see what they're coming up. Let's see what they're coming up now. Let's see what they're coming up now. The Chariot, the Five of Swords, Cancer, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Eight of Swords, a lot of air energy, Three of Cups in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse, the Eight of Wands, the Hermit in reverse, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So pretty much the same energies, Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, and all that. So Five of Cups in reverse and the Chariot. So they just cut their losses and they just move forward they didn't feel very victorious. They felt very unsure, but they still did it because it was intended. Now I do see right here that they could have been considering to come back, but it's something that's they're thinking about it. They're not making it sure for sure. I do see that they're focusing more in like being behind the scenes more than being in front of a camera. So they may not step away from creating content. Maybe they're gonna step away allegedly from being as the main content. You know what I'm saying? I do feel because sometimes they feel like allegedly being in front of the camera as a YouTuber, you know, you are like bounded to create content, and they felt bounded to create content at one point. It's like they started feeling frustrating, burned out, they were unhappy. So allegedly they're thinking about coming back with a new either or, maybe in the same channel but with some new concept, into where it's directed by them. Like, what is Smosh? Have you you know what it used to be, you know, not now Smosh, but what it used to be Smosh, or the Try Guys, you know, that they are in it, but not 1000%. They're just, you know, directing it and whatnot. So allegedly I see them doing that in a possible future for their channel. If it's not the actual channel, they're gonna make a new one with that concept, and where they are going to be online, but most likely behind the scenes, and where they can keep their privacy and whatnot behind the scenes, such as relationships, families, and so on and so on. With the Three of Cups in the reverse right here, I do feel like it's going to be like a celebration, that it might be celebrated by some people and others not so celebrated, because allegedly some people wanted them back completely, but it's like they're no longer finding contentment in that kind of situation. They do like creating, but most likely it's going to be like behind the scenes. With the Page of Swords in the reverse right here, I do see that they didn't like that they were so young allegedly back then, and they had to pretty much, like, they were being spied on. Sometimes allegedly people will be deceiving them allegedly, and they were always looking over their shoulders, because allegedly people wouldn't respect, especially some fans wouldn't respect their privacy. So that's why they stepped away, and that's why allegedly they're making the decision of like, yeah, we might come back, but it's going to be more towards us behind the scenes. But the Eight of Wands right here, I do feel those news are coming pretty soon, maybe most likely either or in between August, September. So allegedly you may have some sort of news of them coming back, and they're going to explain what the concept is. Now, I'm not saying they're going to come back permanently as of August or September, but maybe they're going to post something on their IG or something, and where they're going to make clear the concept they are actually falling for or wanting to work. As I said before, they did their time pretty much with the Hermit. They just needed time for themselves. They wanted time for their lonely solitude time to, you know, like to reflect and to work on what needed to be worked. But I do feel like they're not going to be hidden no more. Pretty soon, allegedly, they're going to come up into YouTube and IG with the actual concept, not just a photo, but just allegedly an actual concept into where and what they're going to be doing. So you have an idea, and they're going to be thinking, and maybe allegedly explaining in some sort of like short or something, but it's going to be here in YouTube and or Instagram. It seems like around August, September is the time that they're going to do something. So with the Nine of Cups in the reverse right here, I do feel like it's an improvement, and they feel very proud about it. So I feel like some people won't like it, but at the end of the day, that allegedly is the idea they're coming for, or to, you know, stay in the internet, or, you know, creating. With the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, I do see them having a crew and like paying, and, you know, I do feel like they're actually grown to be more like a director kind of energy. It's fine. I feel like everybody, you know, outgrows a stage, and I feel like they outgrow being the two boys, you know, on camera. So I do feel like they're gonna be behind the scenes, and I do feel like they're pretty nice. That's pretty nice actually. With the King of Swords in the reverse right here, they just want respect, and they feel like that's how they're gonna get it, you know, like just not being in camera, as sometimes people forget that people that are creating content are also human. So with the Nine of Cups right here, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, they actually just needed to get more confidence and feeling more like themselves to create what they wanted to create. With the Ten of Swords right here, the death of their dad actually caused a lot of disruptive energies and changes, and I do see that they found their peace of mind by being away, in a way to perform, and, you know, everybody grieves in their own way. with the Hangman right here, I do see that they gotten stronger in oneself, and a lot of the things that they thought it was delayed, it was just like a redirecting their thoughts and ideas and desires, and most likely future in retirement. With the Five of Wands right here, they just not going to be battling or arguing on their online to defend themselves. They are focusing on their peace and their harmony, and they're actually releasing what doesn't serve them and just working with the situation by hand, especially the situation they want to work with right now. I do feel like they're not going to confront anybody or confrontation. Whoever likes their content, watch it. Whoever doesn't, it's fine. With the Five of Pentacles, they're getting out of a dark time and a dark situation, like difficult situation. They had a lot of time to think about it and heal, and right now they are actually just taking action towards what balance is. Finally, with the Nine of Swords, they're not making any rush. They're not rushing the decision. They're not rushing anything. They're taking their time. They realize that, you know, like, good things takes time, and they're not rushing anything because they don't want to fall into anxiety and depression. So they are understanding that everything has to go with a plan, and little by little becomes a lot, and most likely, allegedly, that's why they're going to actually have the crew. Also, it's easier to share the load that carry it up completely. So at this point right here, they're actually going to build a new brand, allegedly, a new brand, a new concept. So that's dope. And it's not like, allegedly, it doesn't say that they don't love their fans. They love their fans, but they also want to keep their privacy, their humanity, their personal life personal, you know. And at one point, it felt like it wasn't possible. So that's the thing. Sometimes when, you know, people don't understand, it could be too much. Like, people who create content are people. So sometimes it's forgotten. Nobody is entitled to nobody's personal space or personal time, no matter what they do for work, you know. So respecting is all about that, and I'm glad that they found peace in what they wanted to do. Let's see what the dice says. We got the planet, the zodiac sign, and the house. So the planet represents a situation, and they got Neptune, and Neptune says, let's see what Neptune says. Pertaining to the shadows of the mind, intuitive forces not of this world. Then Libra, it's the zodiac sign, and this represents the emotional side, and it says seeking balance, seeing both sides of the coin, people pleasing, forcing peace in a stressful situation, submissive. And then the houses are the area of life, and they have the house number 5. This represents womanhood, feminine cycles, pregnancy or hobbies, creative disciplines, or fun activities. So a new cycle for them. So with that said, guys, thank you so much. This is the end of the reading. I hope you guys liked it and explained everything. If you guys have any other artists, please let me know, and whenever I got the time, I'll make a video. If you guys mention it once, keep in mind that I will see it and I will work on it as soon as I can, because I have a son and whatnot. So with this said, if you want to follow me on IG, I tend to follow back. You can follow my IG here on the description box below. There's the link for that, for the TikTok. I also have a Spotify. I tend to post Monday to Friday there. You can check it out here in the description box below, or in the comment section in the pinned comment. I also take personal readings for those who want a personal reading with me. I do not offer them for free, so please know that. You can only book online with me, so you can book here or in my Instagram. There is the links on my bio. Finally, I want to remind you that I do not message anybody on any platform to offer my personal services. And with this said, thank you so much, guys. I love you forever, and have an amazing weekend.